Hey, I'm Brandon from Gentleman of Whiskey,
I'm John.
and today we're trying Penelope Architect, 3 different builds, blind.
Not excited for this one.
I wish that you were. All right, guys, so here's the deal. I really like Penelope Architect. These are young MGP French oaked expressions from Penelope, and they're some of my favorite. I think they're really great. John doesn't like them so much. So Penelope Architect Build 6 just hit Pennsylvania this past week. He grabbed me a bottle because he was out. And so now we're going to try Build 3, Build 4, and Build 6 blind to see if John likes any of them at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about me. I mean, you are a Penelope fan, and there are a lot of people who like Penelope. I just think that it's very young MGP, and these architects especially, it is clear that they're trying to take young whiskey and disguise it with finishes.
I think you're the only one that doesn't like them.
I'm not the only one.
Dan Shook likes them.
Well, that's great. Bourbon Bill doesn't like them.
So some people like these a lot. Some people don't. And I will say this. So from the time that John said to me, it's young MGP that they're trying to dress up with a finish, I can get that a little bit. But my first impression of a Build 2 from last year was like, wow, that's really good. And like since then, I got Build 3, got Build 4, just got Build 6. I do think they're good. And I like MGP. So yeah, that's part of it too.
Right. It is exactly in your wheelhouse. And I think it's in a lot of people's wheelhouses.
Yep.
MGP tastes okay, inoffensive at young ages.
Yeah, and so then you add like a French oak finish, and it's like, for me, I like toasted, I like French oaked, I like finished. I don't like wine finishes as much, but like this is like, I like this stuff a lot. So
yeah, it is what it is. So we're going inside to outside here.
Yep.
And my wife was so kind as to pour them and leave us an answer key. So shout out to my wife. She's awesome. Inside?
Dude, inside. Cheers.
Cheers. Beautiful. Okay, so getting a little vanilla.
I was literally gonna say vanilla.
Some oak. Some leather. Like very heavy oak.
It smells like French toast to me. Like that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Or like a graham cracker, kind of.
Maybe a Belgian waffle.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Doesn't smell bad.
No, I like it. And you're saying it doesn't smell bad, which is...
It's not incredibly complex. Like...
No.
And that's the thing. I know what this is. I know how much it costs. So I'm always putting it up against that. So you know what? Let's just try it.
Dude, let's try it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ugh. It's just, this is what I don't like about it.
Okay.
On the palate, it is just straight one thing. Like on the nose, smells great. On the palate, it's just like, this is oak and leather. That's it.
I don't disagree with you, and I have no idea which one this is.
Yeah.
It is like, when I drink it, it is proof. So these are 104 proof. So I get proof, I get oak, I do get leather. There's a little bit of like butteriness on the second sip. I can't disagree with you. It is like pretty like, boom, there's proof, boom, there's oak, there's some leather. It is one-dimensional even compared to the nose.
Yep.
I can't disagree with that.
The 104 proof is a good proof point. For this to be, I think that if it were more, it would be even more unbalanced oak. And if it were less, it would be probably a broader palate, but you would get some of that youthfulness more.
Right. Yeah. We're good.
Ready for number 2?
Number 2. Let's do it. All right, dude. So again, the nose on this, right, to me smells like buttery. Smells like what?
I get a weird note. I get cherry chapstick.
Really?
Yes. Faintly cherry, and it's waxy. And like, I didn't even put on any chapstick. So it's not like any residual anything.
I'm not wearing any chapstick either. Are you talking about like the black chapstick? Like chapstick brand?
No, the
like
red
cherry
one.
Chapstick?
The red one.
Isn't the black one with the red inside though?
No. The black one's like white.
I only get the blue one.
Oh. Yeah.
And really I only get Carmex. So
I'm weird. It's fine.
No, man, like this is like buttery, sweet. I love this nose. I think this is awesome.
There's like something waxy about it. Cherry
Different.
chapstick. I'm telling you. All right, let's try it. Cheers. I think I like that one better. It's at least more going on. The other one was like just straight up in your face oak. This is a little bit more complexity.
I agree.
bit more.
I do think there's more going on here. So the proof is good. I almost think it drinks a little hotter than the first one, and I think there's more flavors too. So I think there's more sweetness. There's still that oak though.
Mhm.
That oak is definitely there. And
Yeah.
I don't know so much like I would think leather. I would really think oak.
I don't think this one's as hot, and I get more from it.
Really?
Yeah. This one to me is not as hot. The first one was much hotter.
So for me, there's more proof on the palate.
It's very corn forward, and that's what I get from Young MGP.
Gotcha.
So I think this one's showing through a little bit.
On the nose on this one, there is like that rye. Like when I smell rye, it's like sweet in some ways, but then there's definitely like the like rye spiciness to it.
Yeah, I don't disagree that there's a little bit of rye there. Like this one is more complex for sure to me.
I like 2 better than 1 for sure.
We are on the same page.
We both like the second one better than the
Yep.
first one.
All right, so now we got for science, do the third one.
For science and whiskey.
For science and whiskey.
And all of you.
That's not bad. That's butterscotch.
Dude, yeah.
This is buttery.
You ever get those Dum Dum Pops?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gigantic bag and
No.
get to try all the different ones. So there's like blueberry, there's like cherry, there's green apple,
Yeah.
there's like all these different ones.
Yep.
Okay, the butterscotch ones.
Yep. That's what this smells like.
I hated the butterscotch ones. The way they taste. I
Okay.
don't like the way that they taste.
Okay. There's like no fruit to this. There's
Nope.
a little bit of oak, leather or tobacco. It's kind of somewhere in between the two of them. Like they're like leather and tobacco to me are similar. It's like a savory base note is what I consider it. Like oak, leather, and tobacco can all kind of like flow into the same nose, and that was what the first one was for me. This one has a little bit of those, like I call them grounding notes to it.
For me, I think there's a differentiation between leather and oak, but then like tobacco, I struggle to pick that out when there's oak or leather present. All that I get is butterscotch.
Mhm.
It's super prominent.
Yeah.
If you like butterscotch, that's amazing. That's
Yep.
great.
Yep.
I don't care for butterscotch.
Taste it?
Dude, I gotta drink it at this point.
Right.
Wow. The palate is like proof and oak and spice. There's depth there. Maybe some like even red fruits maybe. Like there's a lot going on.
There's a lot more proof on the palate of this one than there are on any of the others.
Which leads me to believe, my guess is that it's the Build 6. It's the fresh crack. Full disclosure, Build 6 is a fresh crack. The 3 and the 4 have been open for some time. So that may like be a variable or a factor in the tasting experience, but then also like if you're going to buy one of these, they're not cheap. They're like $65 before tax in PA. So they're not cheap. Like what are you investing in? What are you going to get over the long run? And how does the whiskey change over time once it's opened up?
All right, how are you ranking these?
This palate is really good. I don't love the nose. So I'm going to go first sample.
Is your number one?
Yeah. It's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 3.
Okay. So I'm going 2, 3, 1. I think 2 was probably the most complex and the most different. 3 was hotter, but then also like very one-dimensional, and then 1 was just absolutely one-dimensional. If you had to guess, what do you think each one is?
Yeah, so that's a tough question. I think that the third one we tasted is the fresh crack, batch 6.
Yep.
As far as batch 3 and 4 go, I really don't know. Because even though I've drank some of these, like I really have not spent time evaluating them.
Yeah.
So if I have to guess, I'm gonna guess. So what did I say? This is my first choice.
Yep.
Number 1.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess that is batch 3, batch 4, batch 6.
I agree with you 100%.
Why?
Because I've had 3, and that tastes like shit. To me, I remember it being literally one thing, and that's what it is.
Okay.
So I think it's 3, 4, 6 also. So you want to grab that
I do.
that answer key?
100%.
Okay.
Inside to outside.
So it was, this is 4.
Yep.
Okay. This is 3.
3.
And we were right on 6.
All right. So we were right on 6, and we were wrong about 3 and 4.
I would still not buy any of these.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I purchased it the other day for him, obviously, for $63, and I was looking at it and I was like, I wouldn't pay that. Right.
Listen, this is a great example of how different people, we both love whiskey and are passionate about what we're doing here, tasting, sharing it with people, and building community around it. Yep. But we have different palates and we have different things that we like and dislike, and there's nothing wrong with that. So
I think at some point what you should do is we'll take whichever one scored the best out of these for both of us. We'll take that and we'll go put that up against Crossroads, Blue Note Crossroads.
Well, toasted and French oaked, are they the same thing?
They are, and that is also French oaked.
I'm pretty sure Crossroads would bury one of these. I think I paid $42.99 for all 3 of my Crossroads.
Yeah, I think I paid $45 for mine.
Yeah, so in that 45, but this is $64.99 plus tax.
Right.
So $68.
And that's what I'm saying, though.
Right. So what is that?
So why would you continue to buy these when you can get? Yes, you can get them here in PA. That is the reason why you buy them. That's it.
Right.
But
can't get Crossroads in PA.
Right. But if Crossroads is burying it, to me, I can spend $15 in gas to go to Maryland and get 3 or 4 of those as opposed to buying this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. So we'll have to do it.
Agreed. We'll do it blind because there's only 4 proof points between them.
Yeah, so they're close.
Yeah, we could throw the Nulu French oaked in there too.
We could
to go up in proof.
Yep.
So if you like our content, check out our other videos, like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Care about comparing?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I just nailed it the first time.
You're a dick.